Hello everybody, it's VerticalSandwich. Welcome back to Let's Play Assassin's Creed 2 Feather Collection in Venice. So we might only have one more video after this, because I think this gets us up to 90. Or close to it. We didn't make another run to the villa here, so... And there's not a lot of fun stuff in here. Other brawls and stuff did happen, but they were not as fun as that really frustrating one I did earlier, so... Because that one was nuts. It was nuts. Although there is one where I killed like 12 guards. They just kept coming. It was like killed them in groups of 4 or something. This video, however, does have an awful lot of actual feathers in it. It's crazy. There's not going to be a lot of areas where we just show up and there's nothing there. It's going to start slow. And I had a controller malfunction here, which was really weird. So the editing is going to be strange. Because I had to cut out, like, the game telling me that my controller no longer worked. It was really weird. It was super weird. I didn't have to do anything about it, like switch controllers or anything. So up in this big, like, restricted area thing here, there's a crane with a feather on it. I thought it was this one, but it's not. That's why our marker is so far off. It's because it's this one over here. And they're really, I mean... This is gonna be a nice thing to have out of the way. It's very labor intensive to do these kind of videos, to clip all these things together and cut out all the travel time and stuff. So there's actually no cut here because of how close this one is. There were a couple like that where they were so close to one another that I didn't have to do any kind of cuts. And in this case, it's like literally across the street, right? See it from here. So there it is. I mean, it's fairly obvious. If I had been able to do this in real time, these videos would actually... I probably could have gotten this into 3 videos. Not Venice into 3 videos. Like, the whole thing into 3 videos, I think. Well, maybe not. Just because I guess all total it's going to be like 6 videos or 7 videos. And maybe I could have condensed it to 4. Or 5. Because the problem is, I was doing this without knowing how long my audio would go. And so you'll see me, like, when I do things like sit there... It's a little awkward, right? It's a little awkward because I didn't know how long I was going to have to talk about positioning and things like that. This one we actually, I think we got pretty recently, and it was right in the corner. I'm actually going to go stand exactly where it was. If I remember correctly, it was in that corner behind us. Like right there. Yeah, this was where it was. Right there. And one of the things I noticed in editing was that I didn't spend a lot of time, like, I'll drop this marker and then instantly get out of the menu. But you see the positioning a lot longer after I get to where the feather is. And that's really what I justified that kind of decision with. Was, once I've gotten the feather and I'm looking for the next position, you get to see where Ezio really is. Rather than see my stupid estimate. But, like, right here, it's right above us. Like, I didn't know when I was looking at a thing or something, and... But this is all wasted time. I mean, it really is. In the video, I could have been talking about just like, hey, it's here, boom, we're going to do this. But I didn't know. I was actually, I think, debating whether or not it was that building in the background. but it's not. It's literally directly behind me. It's right up on that pole. And like at this point, I'm really looking for it like there. And like it's staring me right in the face. It's like, oh, super obvious thing. The maps, the maps I have are they were amazing. I mean, you'll see that I'm dropping these cursors exactly where these feathers are, because that's how good the maps and super cheats are. I'm not getting paid by super cheats to say this or anything either. I just like, I try to, there's like a line with like these, with walkthroughs, right? That are on web pages. That like, I'm kind of stealing their information, right? I mean, I'm not. I'm using them as a resource for my own kind of creation, but they deserve accreditation for that, really. Like, I need to say that this is where I'm getting the information, because it's not mine. I didn't research this. It's not like I spent, you know, hours and hours and hours just randomly running around Venice. Not that I couldn't have done that. I mean, I think given enough time, you could find all of these by yourself. But enough time is like, you know, 20 hours. I mean, the game is at least good enough to tell you, like you wouldn't look for a 5th one in Monteriggione, right? Because there's only 4 there. So the game is segregated well that way. But in a place like Venice where there's 47 of them or whatever, yeah, it might be a little rough. Florence too, actually. I mean, we actually found all the Monteriggione ones without looking them up. Okay, so this fast travel station over here has a boat behind it. And there's one up on the mast on this boat. This is like the craziest location of any of them. If I had to have found them myself, this would have been the last one I found. I would have never thought to just go out in the boat in the harbor and... But yeah, we're doing great. We're like halfway through the video. And then I don't care how long the next video is. The next video is going to be the last one. So I think that makes it 6, right? And part of that was like the long treasure thing we did in Tuscany. So by the way, I'm not showing the killing of guards because I really love the killing of guards. We've seen so much of that. I'm showing the killing of guards because it was right before I collected the feather. Like, it would have been very hard to cut it out. And keep any kind of continuity going. But here we go. Again, like, me not knowing how long I was, you know, just sitting there. So I could say, oh, by the way, it's right here. This one also had a weird break in it. I don't know why. Oh, because I stopped recording here. That was why. That's right. I stopped recording. And, like, took a break and picked it back up. Not that you need to know that. It was actually, like, that transition was actually pretty flawless. But stuff like this is just a gift. You know, I mean, you look at this and you just go, oh, it's the most obvious thing ever. Again, nighttime helps a lot with these. You can miss a lot of these in the day, but at night, they just... They stick out so much. I like that there's like one of those thief guys or whatever, courier guys, like on the map while we're doing this. Now, this one wasn't here, and I actually think it's... I think it's like in front of one of these windows or maybe one of these posts down here. But I don't know. We got it, so... And I don't remember. It could have just been... It could be in front of a window hanging off the side of one of these buildings. Or it could have been on one of these posts. But my guess is one of these posts. They're the most obvious thing. So yeah, I'm gonna guess like here. I was probably matching up an image at that point, so that's probably pretty accurate information, but I can't swear to it. I mean, I don't have that stuff in front of me right now. It's so crazy, dude. There's like 33 minutes of video that I went through to make, and it's going so fast. Kind of makes me a little depressed, actually. Like, if you really take out the unimportant parts of my Let's Plays, that they're cut down to a third. I know that's not true for everything, but... So this was like an interesting little out-of-the-way place. It's way in the corner of the map. But look at how quickly these are going. It's just nuts. But I mean, when you think about moving from there all the way over to here, and how long that took me, like, and how much video was just cut out. I got into fights with guards, I had to pull down posters, all that stuff. And then here we are. Like, through the magic of editing, boom, done and done. It's just crazy. So we're gonna make another trip to Monteriggione towards the end of this video, and then come back. It's a little weird that the poster got in the way there. So, this is where we came back. And we've got one over here to check on. So that's going to be it for this video. And when we come back, the conclusion of the feather hunt in Venice. And then we'll turn them all in. And I'll see you guys for that. Bye, everybody.